with the Rico, hey, hit the nigga with the Rico, hey, so they fuck with the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock hand. Might see my little brain. Get a nigga lane, just an old black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't gonna play. Bitch, I can't do that. No, nigga came back down. I thought I let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I let you know. This rubber road is a whip, and I never let it go. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I let you know. No, nigga came back down. I thought I let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I let you know. This rubber hood is a whip, and I let it go. Kill for my niggas.
The music sound too loud?
That was fast, sir.
Share this thing up.
The wind in the big body beam. Never going in the wind, trying to stack a couple in and let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. I'm about to make shit tremble.
Oh shit, Salaki. I was trying to share the class and shit.
Do your thing, sir. Most High Christ.
Do.
Fuck, man. Oh, jokes.
Let me get this. For everybody tuning in, man, like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe to ICBK Sacramento. ICBK Sacramento on Facebook and YouTube. Click that bell.
COVID-19 got me 6 feet distance. We been yelling back up. Nigga, what's the difference? One West in order to be honorably mentioned. See it in my eyes, I'm compromised in my visage. I'm vicious. Brainwashed out like the dishes. Out the mafia and the 360s. Number of a man and the sons of perdition. Time to pay the pipe for the Spanish Inquisition. 100 years of lynching. Sinners of detention, fields full of cotton, these crates they had us picking, all in the name of a nation claiming Christian. The Lord has an army and the generals enlisted. If you can read the times of what you lack is intuition, I'm still trapped in the valley of decision. This is not a private interpretation, they're lying and perpetrating, we dying, rebirth the nation, declining our reparations and swiping our education. They cry about escalations, they cry while you're hesitating and climb. This federation is why they back 69 for coincidence, it's designed in Asian advantage, why we invade. If you get a spot in my head, see with us, not fuck with us. If you get a find something defensive, it's shot the time range, answer you with a silent chances on the decline. I'm already looking.
Bro. Salaki.
Woke up to the deep breath, realized I was something came from real nigga, real something I ain't even had to eat yet. Got a full plate, recognizing they don't recognize my friend. Tell a devil he can eat a kid. Real spit, that's lit, I know, cause I'm bugged, but it's down on the slugs, for the stuff of bills, first fit, cause we runs fast, 4,000 to 195 months, but we finna take over for the 9. One silver arm, let's live in the closet, everybody's a trying, gotta kick in the balls, about just pause, everybody's face off, or close with us, can't even call like him. All we have is so-called knowledge yourself, even that's manufacturing whole bodies, still more money, more problems, we have more debt, generational weapons at the bottom of the whip, solitary confinement in the mighty concept, in a language, no man, you're all about the effect, make harness with a new straight back for the wealth, humanitarian in your eyes, to the vision of the youth, deep for reborn, policy, hope, unison, city, and a drop, that's Kino, separate you from your stop, that's Kino, Sabi, no, we no money, act people, money, that Hollywood shit is for the birds, but clean really with turd, doesn't anyone serve, the people that deserve, the hero reserved, the real emerge, the people in a place with a race that emerge, really no God, see, no tolerance for evil, intelligence, and see no purpose, why be so confident, cold day in hell, when this hell freezes over you, the only thing colder is the stare of Olivia, the talents never watered down, the truth is always over here, and go to the end, you realize in the den, it's gonna make amends, glass ceilings, brassing over, my profession is connected with the shop out there, it's the hot box, making like a top rock, feeling like a stopwatch, everything top notch, when they wanna hop shot, flip flop, there's a lot from cities at a crop top, city on crop top, nigga know a nigga talking patois, everybody back off, 3, 2, 1, finna blast off. Drop a bitch, I do it in a dance off. WWE on the free J dance on the beat, so it's always eat, no, we always eat good. People make it out of eat good. Only is the big to superior to purchase from love and drink. The condition of my people is an evil from religion, and the ultimate opinion is an enemy of God. Didn't break, rob, murder, forgot with a victim mentality we created up aside with the makeup on. It's a rules for rob.
Oh, they got it.
Let it know not to be bitch, you'll find out on this day. It's the Lord's battle, so shit tame. I come clear hell when this hell freezes over here. The only thing colder is the step of the warrior. The tell is hella watered down. The truth is always over here. Endure to the end. Even when the lies in the den, it's time to make amends.
Let me know when you're ready. If you want to play another
I'm ready. You ready after this song, sir?
one more?
Oh, yeah, we too wild.
Okay.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Israel. We the ISUBK start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. As you can tell by the title, welcome to another episode of Nothing New Under the Sun. I got with me my guy, Precinct Officer of 500 Prophesied, man. Heavy hitter down there in Southern California. I'm Precinct Officer of 50, Karanyala, and this is part 2 of the last week's class, Men Willing to Fight and Die for the Lord, or to serve the Lord, Salakia. This is a topic that I'm really excited about, you understand, because in the ISUBK, we embody that spirit of the priest of the days of old that was willing to fight and die for the Lord. You understand? Right. Most High in Christ for Commanding General Yohana, for keeping this truth going, you understand? And basically sacrificing everything he had to serve the Lord. This is our leader, Commander General Yohana under Christ, has the same type of spirit as the prophets in the books of the days of old, to actually willing to sacrifice his life and everything he has to serve our Lord. You understand? Right. Salakia, sir, if I could you pull Ecclesiasticus 1, 9, and 10?
Oh, Ecclesiasticus, Salakia.
No, Ecclesiastes, Salakia, sir. Salakia, sir.
Okay, 1. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9 and 10. The thing that hath been is that which shall be. Right.
The thing that hath been is that which Salakia, is that which shall be. You understand? Right. What's going on in the days of old are literally the same things that's going to happen in the future and in the present time. You understand? Like the title of the show is "There is nothing new under the sun." Like you've had men willing to fight and die to serve the Lord. You understand? And we back on planet Earth again in this ISUBK up under Commander General Yohana, willing to give our lives, you understand, for our nation and for our God. Continue, sir.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And
right. Salakia, sir, go ahead.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Man, there is no new thing under the sun. You understand? Like brothers coming out of the society and the ideology of the heathens that we forced to serve. You understand? We back on planet Earth once again to teach our people that spirit, to coming back to our law, statutes, and commandments, to our God, to build real strong stand-up men, you understand, that's going to provide and protect our families how we did in the days of old.
Right.
Continue, sir, about yourself. Yeah, come on.
Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new?
Man, look, it ain't no events going on in these times that ain't never happened in the past. Like, of course, we didn't have technology and iPhones and all that type of stuff, but this ain't talking about that. This is talking about the spirit of people, the situations that people will be in the past and in the future. It's all the same. You had rulers and dictators back then in those times, and you got the same thing today. You had nations going to war against nations back in the day, and you got the same thing going on today. You got Israelites in captivity to heathen nations back in those times, and we back once again in captivity to a damn heathen nation. So, like, go ahead, sir. Kashaw.
It has, see, this is new. It has been already of old time, which was before us.
Right. Before us, before the ISUBK, you had Daniel, you had King David. You understand? You had brothers that was willing to stand up against a society that hates the people of the Lord and that hates the Lord. You understand? You've been having prophets throughout all history that will sit up here and tell their people, like, look, man, this how we supposed to live. This what we supposed to eat. This how we supposed to dress. We're not supposed to do what these heathens do. Nah, man, you can't take on that Edomite woman to be your wife. Nah, brother, you ain't supposed to be sitting up there smoking that weed. We ain't supposed to sell drugs. We've been doing this since the days of old, and we're going to continue to keep doing this until Christ returns. You got something you want to add, sir?
Khan, like in scripture, the book of Romans, it tells us to look to the generations of old. Like how you saying, like that same spirit that them priests had back then is the same spirit us brothers have in this time. You know what I'm saying? The same spirit of people wanting to conform to the ways of America, that coon spirit, that is what they call it. People still have that same spirit nowadays. I mean, people had that same spirit back in the times of the Greeks, back in the times of the Persians, back in the times of, like last week, I remember, like you went over Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Right.
It was people that when the Babylonians came to them and told them to pray, they prayed, you know what I'm saying, to their God. And they prayed homage to Nebuchadnezzar. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were brothers who stood stiffly, just like you got brothers with that same spirit now. Same spirit now that them same brothers had back then. You got the same people that will conform just like they conformed back then. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Sir, nah, you so right. You so on it. You understand? And Most High in Christ, that we can actually come back on planet Earth with the grace and the mercy of the Lord to be those same type of brothers that was in the days of old. You understand? Right. If the Lord didn't have mercy on the children, like we said, nothing new under the sun. The Lord always had mercy on the children of Israel. You understand? As soon as we figure out what we supposed to do and how we supposed to live, and we come back to our law, statutes, and commandments, things get better for us. Like I speak for everybody in the truth of under Commander General Yana. Man, life is way better being in the truth than being in the world. You understand? Right. And a lot of brothers back in the days of old, they understood that, look, man, we have to fight for our God, for us, Salaki, for our God to be willing to fight for us. You understand? And today we gonna get into a couple of them strong-minded brothers that was willing to go against the grain in society and doubting that we wouldn't be able to win a war or be able to serve our God, you understand, with no consequences, right?
Right.
The first brother we're gonna get into, let's get into David. Let's get into well, he was eventually known as King David, but we're gonna get into the times before he was King David, when he was just a young man that was overzealous to willing to fight and die to serve our God. You understand?
Right.
If you could, Baba Kashaw, sir, let me get 1 Samuel the 17th chapter. And what's so heavy about this chapter is you got to understand the mind frame of David. You understand? David, like, he showed how much faith and how much pride he had in serving the Lord by risking his life against a giant African, you understand, that really had a reputation for slaughtering people in wars. And by David trusting in the Lord and willing to die to serve the Lord, he ended up victorious in this battle. If you could, Baba Kashaw, whenever you get it.
You said 1 Samuel 17 and which verse?
I'm going to start at verse 1. We're going to just run down this whole chapter.
All right, the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 1. Now the Philistines gathered together their armies to battle, and were gathered together at Shinar or Shekar, which belonged to Judah, and pitched between Shekar and Azekah in Ephsadim.
So now, right?
Salaki,
sir.
Salaki.
So now, let me just paint the picture. Like, if y'all don't know what's really going on. In these times, Saul is the first king over Israel. You understand? And we've been going through a lot of hardships in this time, wanting to be like these heathens. So I'm not going to get into Saul and how he became king and all that, but I am going to get into like a brief history of us and the Philistines. Now, the Philistines are a group of Hamitic Africans that come from the sons of Canaan. These is Canaanites. You understand? Right. And we are living in the land of Canaan at this time, and we going through constant battles with these Philistines. You understand? Right. Now, the scene, we basically on a mountain. We on one side, the Philistines on the other side, and it's a valley in between us. You understand? And on top of that, the area that we're fighting in, this actually happens to belong to the tribe of Judah. You understand? Right. So basically, we in a heated battle with these Philistines. Our camp is on one side, the Philistines is on the other side. Continue, sir, Baba Kashar.
Verse 2. And Saul and the men of Israel were gathered together and pitched by the valley of Elah, and set the battle in array against the Philistines.
So we basically, like, we got our camp set up here, they set up here, and we ready to go to battle. You understand? Like, imagine if you go to war in Esau's military and you exchanging gunfire back and forth between whatever country you are and whatever country that you fighting against. So we are literally like on opposite sides of a mountain, basically just you know what I'm saying, on our way to engage in battle with these heathens. Continue.
And verse 3, and the Philistines stood on a mountain, on the one side, and Israel stood on the mountain on the other side, and there was a valley between them. And there
go ahead.
And there went out a champion of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. And he had a helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass. And he had greaves of brass upon his legs, and a target of brass between his shoulders. And the staff of his spear was like a weaver's beam, and his spear's head weighed 600 shekels of iron. And one bearing a shield went before him.
So now, right, I'm gonna just paint the picture a little bit, right? We camped on either side of each other, and it's a Philistine, and they calling him a champion, meaning he done won a lot of battles. You understand? And it said he was 6 cubits in a span. Now, I'm looking on Google. I'm not sure if this is correct, but they saying 6 cubits is about 9 feet tall. So this is a big African dude. Like, just picture Manute Bol with some heavy armor on him, a big heavy staff in his hand, and a big heavy helmet on his head. So right. Not only is he just big by himself, he extra big with this heavy ass armor on, Salakia. You understand? And they calling him a champion, meaning like this dude put in work on the battlefield. You understand?
If I could.
Go ahead, sir.
When you like, everybody didn't see that movie Troy, right? And the infamous scene from the movie Troy. How that big Edomite, that big Grecian came out there, and the armies were standing around. They was all chanting for him to come out, and he came out, and the other side called for Achilles.
Right. Yeah,
Picture something like that, right? We standing on one side with our army. They standing on the other. They look up, they stand up on the mountain, they see we getting ready for war. So then they come and get ready for war. So we meeting in the middle like this, and they bring out their champion to kind of like intimidate us, so to speak. You see what I'm saying?
Come sir. That was an excellent way to put that. Water, sir.
No sweat. So like picture the scenery of like how it was in Troy, just with Africans and niggas. You know what I mean?
Sir.
You want me to keep going?
Sir.
Verse 8. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel and said unto them, why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am I not a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me.
So basically, for lack of better terms, Goliath, he just stepped out, and now he talking shit to like, man, y'all, who is y'all to think that y'all can come beat me? Matter of fact, ain't y'all servants of Saul? Matter of fact, y'all pick y'all best warrior and tell him to come out here and fight me. You understand? Like, picture you a kid and somebody come knock on your mama door, or somebody come calling you out like, yeah, bruh, tell that sucker come outside and whoop all that type of stuff. This is what Goliath is doing to all of us. He's taunting us. You understand? He been in so many battles and wars since he was a kid. He like, man, can't none of y'all possibly beat me. Pick your best man and tell him to come out here and fight me so I can slaughter it. You understand?
If I could,
go ahead, sir.
Like how you said, and it ties into what you said in the beginning of the episode about how nothing's new in the sun. Like these same spirits have been around. This is the spirit of Hamites. They're proud. They feel like they ain't nothing but kings and queens and this, that, and the third. When in all actuality, they just a bunch of mud babies. You see what I'm saying? They a bunch of doo-doo babies and coming out of and with plate lips and all this and that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? They're not of royalty, but at their time, they see Israelites at a low estate, barely beginning to be a nation, and now they were trying to intimidate us by that. You see what I'm saying? And they talking mess. It's like they talk mess to this day. We're not like them Negroes in America. We better than them. You know what I'm saying? They have the same arrogance as Esau. You see what I'm saying? Or the Greeks, or the Moabites, or any other these heathens that look down on you. He coming out there like how you said, somebody come knock on your door. Like picture this is a picture like you 12 years old and a high schooler, you in middle school and a high schooler a senior in high school trying to fight you.
Right.
You know that's how the appearance looks to them. Like he has that stature above them. He's like, and he's looking down. I'm like, you see, y'all just a bunch of little boys. You know what I'm saying? What y'all gonna do to me? And y'all just servants anyway. Right. He said that with pride too.
Right. Mm-hmm. Nah, Salakia, sir. Hey, nah. Most High Christ. Because like exactly what you just said, this is literally how Africans look at us when they come to America. Mm-hmm. If they really want to be honest with you, and you like, oh yeah, I'm African like you, and woo, they gonna be like, nah, nigga, you a nigga. We ain't never been slaves.
Right.
You understand? Like we are not the same as you. If they not trying to hustle you out your money, and they can be completely honest with you, they gonna tell you that you beneath them, just like how Goliath is trying to tell us at this time. But nah, you damn right on that one, sir. Salaki.
Right.
Continue.
Verse 9. If he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then we will be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us.
Right.
And the Philistine said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together.
Right. Goliath, like, man, I do not respect you niggas at all.
Man,
I have no respect for y'all. Y'all are not, like, he's so prideful. He like, man, if y'all can send somebody out here that can kill me, my whole nation will be a servant to y'all. But if I kill whoever y'all sent out here, then y'all gonna be our servants. You understand? And he said he came to defy the armies of Israel, man. I don't respect you niggas. Like, there's nothing for me to respect about y'all. I'm about to go ahead and slaughter whoever y'all bring out here, and y'all niggas is gonna be my slaves. I don't care about what y'all believe in, y'all God or none of that. You understand?
If I could, the definition of defy is to appear to be challenging someone to do or prove something, right? A simile is a challenge or dare. So he was basically, I'm daring one of y'all to come up against me. You know what I'm saying? I dare y'all to try to think you on my type of level, like the cockiness of this Hamite, like when you an Israelite and you know who you are, and you know the history of Hamites and who they are, like you laugh at something like this. You see what I'm saying? Like this Hamite out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish that's like one of them Africans at your local corner store, or like we got Africans that got this little sewing shop right up the street from the school. We be seeing them and stuff. That's like one of them coming out and saying like, y'all, like what y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are y'all? You know what I mean? Like, it's just this rude and disrespectful. And Goliath is being, I don't mean to take too much, talk to you, we'll be too long-winded, but
nah. Get me out, sir. Go ahead.
Goliath is being utterly disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? And he's making it known, like, he's like, I'm gonna, like, he come out here like, I'm finna disrespect these what's the name? He's like, he's basically telling his people, y'all don't even gotta go to war. I'm gonna handle this myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Because like basically Slocky, like these niggas can't see me. You know
what
I mean?
No, that's exactly what he said, sir. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, it's like that's all I have to say on that.
No, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. It's too wild.
And kill him, then ye be our servants and serve us. Verse 10. And the Philistine said, I defy the armies of Israel this day. Give me a man that we may fight together. Verse 11. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid.
So King Saul and everybody in that camp, you understand, that's out there going to battle, they just seen this big African. He talking all this nonsense. This nigga, this heathen, he got big armor on, and he outside in front of the camp, basically like, man, come on, bring your best man out here. And they looking at this big ass African like, damn, man, like it's finna be over for us. They scared, they spooked. Like brothers ain't got no faith in the Lord right now. You understand? And their spirit is basically being downtrodden by this damn heathen. You understand? But it's going to change really soon. Keep going, sir, Baba Kasha.
Verse 12. Now David was the son of that Ephraite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse.
Right.
And he had 8 sons. And the man went among the man went among men for an old man in the days of Saul.
Right.
And the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to the battle. And the name of the 3 sons that went to battle were Eliab, the firstborn. The next unto him was Anadab, and the third was Shammah.
Right.
And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul.
Right. So Jesse got 8 sons. You understand? Jesse is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. He got 8 sons. 3 of his sons went out to war with Saul, and then he got another son. Well, Salaki, not a other son. He got 8 sons, but his youngest son is David. You understand? Continue, Baba Kasha.
And David was Salaki. Verse 15. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days.
Right. So this Philistine, this dude keep running up on the camp, taunting us for 40 days. That's a month and 10 days. That's a long damn time. You understand? For us to be at war with these heathens, and he just outside pressing us for 40 days. You understand?
Right. If I could too.
Go ahead, sir.
And it's describing that Jesse had 8 sons. His 3 older brothers was out there on that warfield. They was out there. They seen the taunting and stuff like that. King David not there at the time. He back there with his sheep.
Right.
at his father's crib. You see what I'm saying? Right. His 3 older brothers is out there following their king. Their king is afraid. So what? They gonna be afraid. You see what I'm saying?
Come on.
You want me to keep going?
Come on, sir. The water.
Verse 16. And the Philistine, verse 17. And Jesse said unto David his son, take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn and 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. So
now, Jesse tell David, look, bring this food to the brothers that's up there at war. You feel me? And get these 10 cheeses to the captains of the war. And when they say take their pledge, like see what's going on with your brothers. You understand? Right. Like see how they doing. You understand? Basically, go check on your brothers, bring them some food, and make sure they tawab. Make sure they good. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead, sir.
Now, verse 19. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to fight, and shouted for battle.
Right. So David did what his father said do, and then he went to the trench, meaning he went to where the brothers was basically stationed for this war. You understand? Continue, Baba Kasha.
Verse 21. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army.
So this the heat of the battle right now. You understand? Brothers is going at it with these damn heathens, and David is bringing this food to the trench where all the brothers is out there, like basically camped out while the war is going on. Continue, Baba Kasha.
And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army, and came and saluted his brethren.
Right.
And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to them the same words, and David heard them.
So now, when David there, Goliath, he's still on his BS. He's still talking mess, taunting brothers like, man, come bring somebody out here that can beat me in a fight. Now this time David is there, and David heard it. Now watch the zeal of young David. Continue, Baba Bashar.
Right. If I could, David is a young man at this time too.
Right. He's young.
Verse 24. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were sore afraid.
Right.
And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that has come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man that who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel.
So now look, the brothers are saying amongst each other, man, look, y'all ain't seen this big African out here. You understand that like, man, this African out here, dude ain't to be messed with. We scared. But if anybody can beat this nigga, then King Saul, he gonna give you riches. You understand? He gonna give you his daughter. Basically, King Saul is gonna reward you very well if you can go out there and fight this heathen and kill him. Continue, Baba Michelle.
And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this?
Salakia, sir. David, like, hold on. The man that killed him gonna get what?
Right.
You mean to tell me the man that killed him gonna be rich and you get Saul's daughter? Continue, sir.
Right. For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?
Now you got to understand the spirit of a Judite. You got to understand the spirit of a nigga and what King David basically would have said in these times. If this was in today's time, King David would have been like, hey, who is this weird ass nigga that's out there talking all that BS that think he really gonna come up and defy our God? You understand? Right. David like bruh, like basically like, who is this sucker, man? You understand? Right. Like, y'all hear him out there, man. I got something for him. You understand? Right.
If I could, also,
go ahead,
he like, okay, you offered he hearing like, okay, the king offered you to be a free house in Israel,
right?
Rich, I mean, you don't gotta pay no taxes or nothing like that. You get rich, and I get to marry his daughter, so I'm gonna be a part of the royal family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And ain't none of y'all took this opportunity.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all let this hand like scare us.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that insanity. Like, David, I believe, it ain't in the scripture, but I believe David would have went without the incentive. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right. For sure.
He would have did that without the riches and everything. But that was just like a add on. Like, I was just like, he probably was like, I already was going to do it, but
I would have did it for free.
Right. Like that too? Oh man, y'all tripping. Keep going, right?
Come, sir.
Okay, verse 27. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him.
Yeah, so they tell him, like, yeah, bro, like this is what the king is offering. You kill him, you're gonna get all of these riches. You ain't got to pay no taxes, and you're gonna be able to marry Saul's daughter.
Right. And Eliab, the eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David, and he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and thy naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle.
Man, hold on. It's like you gotta understand. Like, once again, you gotta understand the spirit of Judites. This is Eliab's little brother. He like, bro, what the hell is you doing down here, bro? Who told you to come down here? Hey, ain't you supposed to be tending to them sheep? Bro, I already know what you on, bro. You just came down here, bro, to be nosy, bro, and see what's going on with the battle. Like, bro, man, come on, man. Like he really getting at his little brother, like, bro, like you on some BS right now, bro. I already know what type of hype you on. Like, bro, you tripping, bro. Like, it's serious down here, and you coming trying to be nosy and stuff. You feel me? Like, bro, go tend to them sheep, bro. Get up out of here, bro.
Right. It's like to put it in kind of like today's terms, it's like look, the perspective of the Judite household. Like, if you got older brothers, I got 2 older brothers.
Right.
And I'm the youngest. You feel me?
Right.
So it's always like it be times I think I can beat my older brother up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, little nigga, get up out of here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's saying, like, I know the pride of your heart. I know you think you big and bad because you be, you know what I'm saying, you be getting away with stuff. We be letting you slide, but this is battle.
Right.
Like, go back home, or put in the perspective of, let's say you got an older brother. He out in the streets, right? And his little brother come out there trying to be nosy and trying to be in the streets with him. You know, like, man, get your butt back in the house and play the game or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be out here. You know, mama gonna whoop your ass, like it. Mama gonna whoop your behind. You know what I'm saying? Get back up in the house. Same type of spirit in this time. Like, he see his little brother out here, man. You just trying to be nosy. Get your butt back to them sheep.
Right.
because he know he heard his little brother, and he knows his little brother will go. You know what I mean?
Right. Come with kind.
Where was 29? And David said, "What have I now done? Is there not a cause?"
David, like, bro, what I do, bro? Like, why you always messing with me, bro? I ain't even did nothing, bro. Like, what, like, bro, chill, bro. I came down here because Pop sent me down here, man. Like, you don't even know what you talking about. You feel me?
Yeah, right. Verse 30. And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him.
Right. So David asked around like, bro, is this really what's going on? And they like, yeah. So David like, bro, I get on him. You feel me? Right. So they tell Saul, and Saul like, yeah, go get David. Let me holler at him. You understand? Bring him to me so I can see like what's really going on with him. Continue, Baba Kishar.
And David said to Saul, "Let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine."
Man, David turned up. He like, man, nobody shouldn't be scared of him. Let nobody be scared of this nigga. I go out there and fight him, and I'm gonna win. You understand? Right. David like, bro, send me out there. I got him. All the rest of these niggas scared. I got him. You understand?
Right.
Continue, sir, Baba Kishar.
And Saul said to David, "Thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth."
Man, he like, David, bro, you tripping, bro. You a kid, bro. This nigga been skilled at war since he was a kid. You a little boy, bro. Like you out your league right now, bro. You tripping, bro. Continue,
right.
Baba Kishar.
It's like I lost my spot.
34, sir.
34. And David said unto Saul, "Thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out the flock."
Right.
And went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him.
Man, David like, bro, hold on. Look, a lion got one of my father's lambs. You understand? And I went and hit the lion, and he let the lamb go. And then when the lion rose up against me, I grabbed him by his beard and killed him, bro. Like, I know what I'm doing. You understand?
Right.
Continue, sir.
Damn, Salaki. And
David was hard.
David was like, "Man, I've been out here fighting lions."
Right.
And it's like it goes to show why his brother was like, "I know your pride." Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, they didn't heard this story. Like, he probably getting praise all around the house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living God.
Man, look, he like, nigga, I killed the lion and the bear. I'm finna do Goliath just the same way because he's going against us, man. Salakia, continue.
Hey, I like the fact that David keep calling him uncircumcised. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? He throwing shade right back at him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being uncircumcised was like, was dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty for real.
Right. So, just how we be like, man, them stinking Hamites, you know what I'm saying? Them filthy Hamites. David was doing the same thing. This filthy African, this filthy Philistine, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Verse 37.
And if I may too, sir, Salakia, come to think about it, I'm not sure, but I don't want to say I'm not sure, but the situation that happened with Dinah and was they Philistines?
They was Canaanites.
They was Canaanites
with Simeon and Levi.
Right.
Yeah, they was Canaanites. So Philistines,
Niggas already got a history of not even liking these dirty, stinking niggas already.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, them type of stories get passed down generation to generation. So David probably like, he really like on some like, man, these niggas, bro. Like I don't like y'all anyway from what happened between us and y'all in the past. You understand?
Right.
Yeah, but Salaki, that was a quick sidebar, sir.
Okay, Salaki, where was I? Verse 37.
Come on.
And David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee.
Right. Man, David, he got faith in the Lord. Look, I got delivered from a bear and a lion. God is going to deliver me from this filthy, stinking African, from this uncircumcised Philistine. I'm going to be delivered, you understand, because the Lord is going to be with me. You understand? If you could, Baba Kasha, continue.
Salaki. And he said, Lord be with thee. Verse 38. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put on a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. And
right.
David.
Now go ahead, sir.
And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off of him. Damn.
Now you got to understand, right? David, like he's basically like a young man. You understand? You know how when you young, you small, you frail. You understand? So I'm sure he didn't put all this armor on him that fit on grown men, and then put on David. That the armor probably dwarfed him, like, and he probably like, yeah, I can't use this. You understand? Right. Like this too much for me. You feel me? Matter of fact, you go ahead, take this helmet, take this armor. I'm cool. I'm not going outside with none of that. I don't need that. You understand?
Right. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and he put them in a shepherd's bag which he had, even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. Now,
let me paint the picture, right? Like David, he's sharp. He took his staff. He grabbed 5 rocks and put them in a shepherd's bag, and he got a slingshot. You understand? Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't know, I mean, I know a lot of people know what a slingshot is, but a slingshot, as far as like in today's term, that's damn near equivalent to a gun back in those times.
Right. No,
like a sword, you got to get up close on somebody to do some damage. But a slingshot, 20, 30 feet, hitting, like it's going to do some damage.
It's like everybody's watching, or if you see this video, Google professional slingshotters or deadly slingshots. And watch how the Edomites whip that damn. They cocking that like it's damn near like an archer cocked the bow back like this. They cocking the slingshots back like this. And it'd be a small projectile like this big or smaller, and it's flying 40, 50 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? And that hits you, it's gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now you right, sir. Like a slingshot as well as a bow and arrow is like the gun of the times of old. You understand?
Right. And look, and this shows like how you said David was smart. This shows that David used this weapon before. He chose what he was comfortable with to use. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, I'm going to use something. He's like, yeah, I could use that, but I'm not proved for this. It wasn't meant for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get something, and I'm going to be Tawab with what I got. And he probably knew that I can't go hand in hand with this hammer like that. I'm too young for that. So I'm gonna hit him from a distance like he would do a lion or a bear or you know what I'm saying,
Right.
or a fish in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Many Native Americans used to use slingshots and spears to fish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get a little small pebble, cock it back, aim at the fish, and just bam. You know what I'm saying?
Right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So David probably knew him obviously being experienced in the field if he killing lions and bears, you know what I'm saying,
right.
attending the sheep, that hey, I can make this work.
Nah, that's right, sir.
Salakia. Where was I at? Oh, verse 41. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and of a fair countenance.
Man, when this Philistine seen David, when it say he was disdained, like he looked down on him, like this little pretty boy nigga, like y'all sent him to come fight me. Like he literally was like disgusted with David, like bro, you ain't built for no war. It's about to be easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Continue, sir, Baba Kashar.
And when the Philistine looked at us like it, verse 43, and the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed by David his gods.
Man,
this Philistine, Goliath, bold as hell.
He bold as hell, man.
And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field.
Man, David said, look, check it, bro. Come on. I'm finna kill you, bro. You understand? You dead, basically.
That's Salakia. That's what the Philistine said to David.
Oh, Salakia. Oh yeah, kind of. Sorry, Salakia. I read that wrong. I listened to that way wrong. So the Philistine said to David, like, bro, come on, come to me, bro. I'm finna kill you, bro. I'm gonna kill you and leave your body here for the animals and the birds just to peck your dead carcass. Salakia.
And verse 45, then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Most High, the power of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied.
Man, look, he said you got all of these weapons of war, but them weapons of war ain't finna do nothing for you. I come in the name of Yahweh, the power of Israel. You understand? I come in the name of my God, the one and true living God. You ain't your armor ain't no match for nothing I got going on over here.
Mm-hmm. Verse 46. This day will the Lord deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee and take thy head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a power in Israel.
Man, you gotta understand, right? This is a young dude talking this talk to a big African that's been skilled at war since he was young. You understand? Like David got so much zeal and so much courage and so much respect to the Lord. He like, bruh, I'm finna smite. I'm going to hit you. Then I'm gonna cut your head off, and we gonna slaughter y'all because the Lord is on our side. You understand?
If I could,
go ahead, sir.
Like how you saying, Salakia. What's the topic again for the class? Salakia. Men
willing to fight and die to serve the Lord.
David had, and look, and the scriptures say the Lord is the spirit of the Lord is not of fear, right? Mm-hmm. David had the utmost courage and had the utmost faith in the Lord. When that scripture in Proverbs 5:3 says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart That's what David embodied right now. David wrote that. You see what I'm saying? That's right. It's like Solomon wrote that. That's in Proverbs. That's the son of David. You know what I'm saying? So he learned from his father. He said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. David didn't lean into his own understanding like Saul and the others did. They felt fear. They was like, I don't have the confidence. I don't think that we can get by him. David said, I'm gonna trust in the Lord. And I know if I'm trusting in the Lord, I'm gonna get by this damn giant. I'm gonna kill this Philistine. And not only am I gonna kill you, I'm gonna cut your head off, and your carcass, I'm gonna feed it to the animals of the earth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feed your carcass to the animals of the earth. Let them be satisfied. And I'm gonna cut your head off like a trophy. And so everybody will know that there's a power in Israel. Like this day, he was on a mission, like, I'm gonna show the glory and the power of the Lord God of Israel, the God of my forefathers. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. That's a spirit that all brothers should have. Like, if you don't read these accounts, I don't like to call them stories because they not make believe. If you don't read these accounts, if you don't read these history, like this is a light-skinned black brother. He probably from Coroniala's tone to my tone. You know what I'm saying? He a light-skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? And he was willing to die for the Lord. He was willing to put his life on the line to glorify the Lord. And in that, the Lord is never going to fail, man. The Lord is not going to be, nobody's going to come in the name of the Lord and fail. You know what I'm saying? David came like, I know the Lord going to be with me. And I'm gonna give the Lord glory today over these Hamites. The Lord ain't like no damn Hamites. Why you think he did that to Egypt? You see what I'm saying? Why you think he was with them brothers leaving Egypt and all the lands that we went through? You see what I'm saying? So like, man, like David's like, yeah, I'm finna get mindset. I'm finna get my trophy and give glory to the Lord in doing it.
And Salaki, sir, too, if I may. Like what you saying is so heavy. Like us as men of Israel, we need to read these records. Like how you might go to your grandma's house and see a photo album with your grandpa and your daddy and your uncles, and you might be looking like, damn, like I kind of look like this nigga, or I kind of favor him, or my sister look like her. We need to get back into these records and actually find out the spirit that we have within us that our forefathers carried. You understand? You got to come back and read these records like you looking in a photo album at your granny's house. You understand? Come back, read these records and understand these are our ancestors. You understand? These ain't no folk tale and fables and just stories that's made up. No, these is actual niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans that actually went through the same trials and tribulations that we go through in these times. That's why the class is called Nothing New Under the Sun. You got to understand, we go to war every day. Like, of course, we don't go to physical war every day and on Sundays and all of that, but we go through spiritual warfare in this kingdom with keeping that same spirit that our ancestors and our forefathers had in these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally our history. Like these are family members that me and Karatazai is reading about. Like these is our forefathers that actually had the zeal and had the courage to fight and die for us to be here today and keep the legacy of Israel going. But Salakia, sir, I just want to say that because what you said, it was just so heavy on how we need to actually look at these scriptures. These ain't stories. These ain't no make-believe stories that somebody just came up and wrote about. Nah, these are actual people. This is real accounts of war, trials, tribulations, glory, slavery, poverty, us being oppressed. You understand? Us coming out of oppression, us building the Lord's kingdom, and that's what we trying to do in the ISUBK, and we willing to fight and die for it. Salaki.
If I could add to that, because what you bringing out is real heavy.
Baba Kashab, please.
Because I want to say, like you know how you said you go to your granny house and you see like the pictures of your grandfathers, dad's dad and stuff like that, and you be like, damn, he was a war hero, or dang, like this is my.
Right.
It gives you a sense of empowerment,
Right.
or stability, knowing where you come from. Like, man, my pops was in the wars. He was in this war, this and that, or he was just a regular brother from the block that, you know what I'm saying, this is that. But like, it gives you a sense of entitlement and power and of identity. Like, you know where you come from.
Damn right, sir.
So when brothers have that mindset of this is our book for us, by us, and we see that and we put that and we read about our forefathers, like how you said, we look at them as our family members. When we read this, it puts something in my spirit. Hearing David talk like this, with all odds against him, makes me feel stronger. I feel a sense of pride. You see what I'm saying? A sense of happiness, a sense of glory in this oppression that I'm in. So now I know how to carry myself in these times. Yeah, I might be oppressed, but I'm not finna I'm gonna have the same mindset and courage that David walked around with. You see what I'm saying? And I'll be damned if anybody come up against us. You see what I'm saying?
Son.
In the same mindset. Like when you read this, but they put a white face on it, you think like, oh, that's just a white man that did that. That ain't us. But when you read this and then you actually put it in the right terms, which is blacks, Hispanics, and natives, you're like, dang, we did that. Yeah, we did that. We had power when we served the Lord. You see what I'm saying? When we had no fear when we had the Lord on our side. We need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to be too long-winded. It's like
sir. Nah, man. Most High Christ, the water. For sure.
I'm gonna keep reading on 47.
Sir.
In all the assembly, 1 Samuel 17 and 47. And all the assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with the sword, not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands.
Right. David got so much pride and zeal for the Lord. He like, man, I ain't one with no Salaki. What did he say? He said, Salaki, and all the assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. He ain't finna serve us with no spear or no sword. He gonna serve. He ain't gonna save us with no spear and no sword. He gonna save us with him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna save us because we his people. He gonna save us because we trust in him, not because we trust in a sword or a spear. You understand?
Salaki. Let me get right back to it. Okay, verse 48. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine.
So when the Philistine came towards David didn't turn his tail or walk slow. He ran up on him full speed. You understand? Continue, brother. Stuff.
And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead and fell upon the face, and his face, and he fell upon his face to the earth.
So basically, like, David got a shepherd's bag, right? He got a stone in there. He pull out the sling and put the stone in there and shoot the Philistine in the head with the stone. And it said he hit him so hard in the head that the stone sunk into his forehead. Like, look, David been killing lions and bears, and I'm sure he been using the sling. That thing work. Like he hit him with a 40.
Right.
David whipped out a banger and shot him basically. That's what would have happened.
And he ran up on him too, like, yeah.
Right.
They were doing all that talking, and then it got quiet probably for a second, and the Philistine was probably like, you know what, man, come on. David was like, oh, he ready. Boom, started running after him. reached in there, was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Real quick.
Right. Come on, sir.
It went into his forehead, so it either went in or crushed his skull. You know what I'm saying? Just like sitting there like them Hindus be having them little stones in their forehead. You know what I'm saying?
Right, sir. Right. And then it say, and he fell upon his face to the earth. Man, he hit David. It's like David hit the Philistine in the forehead with the stone. He hit him so hard in the head with that stone. The stone sunk into his forehead and he fell on his face. Headshot, slumped him, Salakia.
Right. He put him in a position he should have been in from the beginning. With his face bowed down to the goddamn earth, being humble. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? David had to humble that Hamite. And sadly, it cost his life. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like not sadly, but sometimes it gets it in measures. You know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, sir. Salakia. You're right, not sadly, but he would have made a good slave. This nigga was big as hell.
Right. Verse 49. Oh no, it's like verse 50. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David.
Right.
Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out the sheath thereof and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
So David, he hit him in the head with the rock. The Hamite fall over, slump face to the earth. David ain't got no sword. So he walked up to the Philistine, take his sword, kill him, and then cut his head off.
Right.
That's gangster.
Go ahead. And look, David did everything he said he was going to do. And the Lord enabled David to do everything he said he was going to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, for all the brothers and sisters watching, you see the power of the Lord? You see what I'm saying? You see the power of the Lord when all odds is against you. You see what you can do? You see that with confidence in the Lord, with faith in the Lord, what you can achieve. You know what I'm saying? This is just a small, it's a big step at the time, but if you read about David's account or David's life, this is just a stepping stone to the greatness he achieved. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, you gotta know that with the Lord on your side, ain't nothing that can stop you. You see what I'm saying? Nothing that can be put in between. You gotta have that spirit these brothers had and that confidence. And what you say is gonna happen when you can't just say we're gonna have we gonna rule this earth and have no faith in that, no confidence in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not gonna rule in the earth then. You know what I mean? So like, you gotta have that same confidence and that same zeal David had. And you say you're gonna rule, and I'm gonna have power, and I'm my son's sons, and I'm gonna have y'all as I'm gonna be at the top of the world, and y'all gonna be at the foot of the world. Let there be confidence, and let there be you giving glory to the Lord in that, and you will have that. The Lord's gonna enable you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and if I may too, sir, like what you saying is heavy. Like this just a stepping stone on what David did. Man, David was so much of a valiant warrior. The Lord told him, man, nigga, you got too much blood on your hands. You can't build a house for me. You understand? I'll let your son do it, but you cold. You understand? And this is literally like the zeal that David had on him from a youth, from trusting in the Lord. He was willing to fight and die to serve the Lord. But we could drop that, sir, because I really just want to get read that story of David, him as a youth, and showing brothers and sisters like what type of spirit that David had even before he was a king, to actually willing to risk his life to serve the Lord. You understand? Right. David not even looking at it like he risking his life. He got so much confidence and zeal in serving the Lord. He like, man, look, I'm finna kill him. The Lord is with me because I believe in the Lord. You understand? I follow the law, statutes, and commandments. I do exactly what the Lord tells me to do. Therefore, the Lord is going to fight for me, just like I'm willing to fight for him. You understand?
Damn right.
But Salaki, sir, I'm gonna drop that. And I was gonna do 2 accounts. I was gonna do like 3 or 4, but for time's sake, cause yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it short, probably like 10ish. So let's get into Christ. You understand? Salaki, sir. If you could, Baba Kashal, let's go to Matthew chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Salakia, sir, we might have to do a part 3 of this one.
Yeah, I wanted to get into Mattathias, man.
Right. I mean, Salakia, sir, like you want to go ahead and run that one?
No, it's however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah. Let's get into Mattathias. And 2, sir, if I may, 2, I'm gonna read this one for you. You go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, come. Cause hey, I was brushing up on Mattathias today, and I was like, God damn, this the type of father I want to be. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of father I want to be, and it ties into. So like if I could, it ties into David's story well. You know what I'm saying?
Kind, sir.
Mattathias and David, and well, the account we just brought out with David. You know what I mean? So,
sir.
Yeah, Mattathias, that brother, he's how every father, every Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian father should aspire to be. He instilled righteousness into his sons. He instilled righteousness into his sons, and he made sure they carried it out with zeal, sincerity, until they died as well. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right, sir. Damn right, sir.
And he also inspired others.
Khan. You want to just jump into First Maccabees, the 2nd chapter?
Khan.
Okay. Whenever you ready for me, whenever you there, sir, I'm gonna go ahead and run it.
All right, let me get there with you. If I could give y'all a little backdrop on where we at. So Mattathias is a brother in the Greek captivity, right? Right. This is one of the captivities we served under. And what's so important about the Greek captivity, which is why it's important that we have this Apocrypha, this is the beginning of how the Lord said how Esau went too far. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of that. That Hellenization period where they trying to stop you, like every other period in time, brothers was able to serve their God.
Right.
Like, just like Christians today. They think that how we don't celebrate Christmas and how we don't, do this little cross thing and bow down to false idols or, do the things that Christians do. Like a Christian that believe or a Muslim will believe in Islam and still say, and still pray to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or bless me, Jesus and stuff like that. Like they'll compromise a little bit. Right. And that's what they get that from them other societies, them Babylonians, them Persians, and how they had us. All they wanted us to do was, you can serve your God, but serve our God too. You see what I'm saying? Like you can serve your God, but serve our God too. And with Israelites, like he brought up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, there's no compromise. They have to let them know there ain't no compromise between with Daniel and not praying. Ain't no compromise in between that. I serve only this God. And what the Greeks came to do, it's like I don't mean to be too long-winded. What the Greeks came to do, they came to utterly stop you from serving your God. They didn't want you to do nothing of your old traditions, nothing of your old ways, strictly just you serving us and our gods. Forget who you were before. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't eat pork, you're gonna eat pork now. You couldn't work on the Sabbath, well, you're gonna work now. You see what I'm saying? They started doing the things that today's society has implemented as well. You see what I'm saying? They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want to hide your history. They don't want to defile your altars, defile your holy places, defile your holy temple, promote sin, and leave the promote sin and leave and downgrade righteousness. But Barakatah Yahweh Hawashah for the ISBK under Commander General, you know what I'm saying, all the generals, and Barakatah Yahweh Hawashah for brothers like Matthias. And we about to get into that brother right now. You about to see what he did, man.
And if I may too, sir, just to touch on what you said about them basically telling us to follow their laws, I'm gonna just pull a precept in the book of First Maccabees.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse Salakia. Where was I? I just had a Salakia, sir. Okay, chapter 1 and verse 13. Hold on, Salakia. Okay. Here we. Is this it? I'm looking for the one where Antiochus said every man should forsake his laws. Salakia, let me pull it right quick, sir. Salakia.
I think it's around 42.
41, sir. Salakia.
Okay.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. So Antiochus, which was one of the first Greek kings up under the Alexander the Great, or the Greek, like how we call him, banner, he basically wrote in law, like, man, look, everybody who got their own laws and their own gods, y'all got to forsake all of that and come do what we Greeks do. And this is literally the same kingdom that Mattathias ended up being born into. You understand? Like, he lived in these times where you got Greeks that's telling you it's illegal to keep your own laws.
Right. You can't read the Bible. No,
right.
You're gonna eat pork. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, and not only saying that you can't, but making you. You know what I'm saying? Like, forcing you. You know what I mean? Like, man, that's a sad day. Like, America try to do it so suddenly, put it in your prenatal pills that your wife got to take, and put it in your shot, or sneak it in, break it down, and put it in certain foods as gelatin and stuff like that. Basically, they know what they're doing, and they're trying to make you defile the laws of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I could, that could be second 2 and 1.
Come on, sir. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Joarib, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 5 sons: Johanan, called Cadiz, Simon, called Thasi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar, called Avaran, and Jonathan, whose surname was Appas.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me! Wherefore I was born of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemies, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers.
Right. So look, Mattathias is like, he got his sons, And I'm not gonna say that 'cause I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure, but he got his sons, right? And he's looking around at the condition of his people, right?
Right.
People say oppression maketh the wise man mad. So he's looking at the condition of his people, and he's like, God dang, woe is me that I'm born in this society, that I'm born in this kingdom, that I gotta see my people being defiled, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta see the sanctuary. They're not only doing it in Judah, they doing it in Jerusalem. So that means the whole nation is just in sin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Our sanctuaries. What else did he say? The holy city.
Right.
They are giving it to the hand of the strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying, man, this is a devastating sight for me to see as a righteous brother, and it's kind of similar to the eyesight that the brothers and sisters have in the truth.
Right.
When we see our people like just destroyed, our brothers strung out on drugs, or like how we see how all our talented brothers is being slaved out, prostituted out for entertainment purposes and
Right.
dying, like how Draco the ruler just died. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And dying, and it makes us like, dang, man, we gotta raise sons in this society. We gotta raise sons in this society where they promoting homosexuality and almost damn near everything. You can't go nowhere without it being promoted. TV,
Right.
movies, and your kids shows at some of your kids' schools. You see what I'm saying? Like it's, and you see our people at the bottom of society, strung out on drugs, in jail,
Right.
destroyed.
Right.
This is same. This is what Mattathias is seeing at this time. He's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Just how we like, damn. You know what I mean? If you could.
Come with kind, sir. Verse 8. Her temple is become as a man without glory. Verse 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infant are slain in the streets. Her young man with the sword of the enemy.
God damn. God damn. This is the same thing that's going on today.
Nothing new under the sun, sir.
Nothing new under the sun, right?
Man.
Like, you said our infants are slain in the streets. What is that?
Right.
Abortions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Modern day term. That's abortions. Our sons, her young men with swords of the enemy. That's police brutality right there. You see what I'm saying? Or that's black on black crime. You see what I'm saying? That's us dying at the sword of our enemy, man. And that is what the same thing is going on back then is the same thing similar to now. This is why you need to know your history so you don't repeat it. Those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta read this and be like, I'm not gonna be like them people that conformed. I'm gonna be like the people who were non-conforming. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I could continue, Bobasha.
Come with kind, sir. Speaking of nothing new under the sun. Verse 10. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
God damn. Go ahead, Coriano.
Huh?
I said, go ahead. You gonna say something?
Kind, sir. I mean, once again, look at Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans today. Everybody who got a business in our community is not of our community. Right. The East Indians own your gas station. The Arabs own your liquor stores. The Asians, they own your laundromats. You understand? The devil that the Bible speaks of own your grocery store. If you go play for if you go play in the NFL, right? The Edomites own the teams. The Chinese people is making all the damn equipment. You understand? Like everybody's getting a piece of us. If you go to the doctor's office, who run the doctor's office? The East Indians is all in there. Right. They all the doctors. You understand?
So
everything that we do, look, the Africans come over here. They buying the beauty supply places now. First it used to be Asians. Now I'm seeing more and more Africans owning these beauty supplies. You understand? Like every nation has taken a part in the spoil of the children of Israel. just like back in the days of old. Salaki, sir.
No, damn right. And that's like, it's sad. That's what it is. It's sad that we can't even enjoy our own communities without being exploited.
Right.
Or shot down in the street. Or thinking that I gotta abort this baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what Natazab say, you ain't ready for a baby, but don't kill your child. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's the mindset of our sisters. They like, I'm not ready for this, so I'm just gonna turn and be a murderer. God damn.
Right.
They ready to kill the fruit of their womb, right? Just for they just because they're so poor and they're so down and out.
Right.
That's a bad case. When in the old times, if you read your history, sisters used to pray to the Lord for babies. You see what I'm saying? They wanted all the babies they could. If they didn't have a baby by a certain time, they knew something was wrong.
Right.
Like babies was the glory of sisters. Like a wife that had lots of children was a glory. Now look how far we done fell from that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look how far we done fell from that. Brothers was warriors and priests and you know what I'm saying? And men of no fear. You know what I'm saying? And now look how far we cowered away in the streets. They got us beat down so bad, we killing each other.
Damn
and
right,
look,
man.
And Mattathias is seeing all this, and he's like, God damn, this is a goddamn shame. You know what I'm saying?
Kind, sir. Verse 11. All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she is become a bond slave.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it.
Mm-hmm. Because he's saying, man, all our glory is just done. Like we have no glory, no Israelite pride, nothing to show for us. We've all just we are now the Gentile, even ourselves, we defiling it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep going.
That's like too, if I may. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. Man, you got crackers sitting up here calling themselves Jews today, man.
Right.
They rocking these shields like they literally are the descendants of the people that we reading about.
Right.
Man, they done took our glory from us. They trampling down in our homeland as we speak. Mm-hmm. But yet, well, look at us like, man, them just some niggas. Them just some wetbacks. Them niggas just some savages. You understand? Like we have no glory as a people. You understand? And Mattathias, he watching all of this BS like that. When he say, woe is me, like, nigga, I'm destroyed. Like this is beyond me, basically. Like he like, man, you like when they say oppression maketh a wise man mad. If you ain't a strong brother and a brother that's willing to be a warrior for your people, you might be so weak to where you go into depression and you turn to drugs. Mm-hmm. You turn to all type of vices that will destroy you because you feel like you ain't got no hope. Mattathias, he wasn't that type of brother. This brother, you're going to see he was a stand-up brother. You understand? Willing to fight and die to serve the Lord. But Salaki, sir.
If I could, I'm going to pull First Maccabees 3:48.
What kind, sir?
Just to go about how you said they calling themselves us. In the same book, they go and say,
right.
And laid open a book of the law wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So these people look at our book just like they do today. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Let's drill it. We gotta get that in a shirt.
Right.
New under the sun.
Right.
They walking just like today. They walk around calling themselves the Jews. They walk around taking our identity and flipping it and doing all this stuff. They did the same thing. The heathen looked at in the times of Maccabees, and they looked at our book and was like, you know what? Let's change them from black. Let's change them to our likeness. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let's change it. Not only are we gonna defile them and make them sin, you know what I'm saying, and make and defile their altars, we're also going to take their identity. That's why I said this is important. What the Greeks did was very important because, well, it's important for you to know because it's the beginning of you losing your identity.
Damn right, sir. Damn
and
right.
In this time, you have brothers trying to fight for our forefathers' sake, for your sake. You see what I'm saying? Trying to fight to have their identity. They wasn't marching. We finna read. Mattathias wasn't marching down the street, give no justice, no peace. No, we wasn't doing that. Mattathias was like, hey, look, anybody that want to come serve the Lord, just like the UPK doing, anybody that want to come serve the Lord, come with me.
Right.
Everybody else, shoot, Lord be with you. Because what we about to do is we going to turn it up over here. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Bubba Kashaw.
Come, sir. Verse 13. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? Salakia. Mattathias ready to die, y'all. Salakia.
Right.
He ready to die about it. Like, bro, like, what's the use of living if we can't serve our God and I gotta sit up here and watch these heathens just take our glory from us? Salakia, sir.
Salakia, my shit.
You too wild, sir?
Yeah, let me plug this in real quick.
Come.
All right, we good. Salakia.
Come, sir. Verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore.
Right. They said, they like, let us make lamentation. Like, it's Israelite culture. Like, when they see, like, brothers doing bad, or if Israel then sinned against the Lord, we're going to rent our clothes. We're going to put on, we're not going to walk around glorifying and, you know what I'm saying, in our best attire. Excuse me. We're going to humble ourselves and be like, man, it's a time of mourning. It's a time to show the Lord we are sad about this condition. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a time to let's change something a little bit. We shouldn't be walking around being prideful. We should be walking around trying to change the situation and renting your clothes and putting on sackcloth and showing the Lord that you're sad and mad about it, praying and stuff like that is a sign of humbling yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And Mattathias, as a father, had his whole household doing it. Like the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 14 through 15 says, as for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Mattathias embodied that, man. Mattathias embodied his household serving the Lord. All his sons served the Lord.
Damn right, sir.
And his sons looked up to their father, man. And because he was a great leader and an excellent brother, and the Lord was with him as well. He was willing to die serving the Lord, right?
Damn right, sir. Damn right. Verse 15. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city, Modin, to make them sacrifice. Verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together.
Right. So now let me paint the picture. Now the king's people are coming to the city and everybody's gathering around them, right? To see what they got to say. They coming to hear the news, so to speak, right? Go ahead.
Come on, verse 17. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Verse 18. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards.
Right. So look, the king's people come to the court and they come in to actually address Mattathias. You see what I'm saying? And so they come in and address Mattathias and they tell Mattathias, hey, look, man, get down with the program. Basically,
Right.
Get down with the program, and we're gonna make you rich. You know what I'm saying? Sell out, and we're gonna make you rich, and your sons will be rich. And just like everybody else is doing it, why don't you do it? You know what I'm saying? We already got your brothers in Jerusalem and your brothers in Judea. We got all the other heathens doing it. You a man of power. You a wise man. You got backing of your sons and your brethren. Come conform, basically.
Right. Right.
That's what Mattathias said.
Right. And if I may, sir, that's literally what all these entertainers. This is the offer that was given to these entertainers in these times, to these fake Israelite groups, to these Christian pastors. They like, man, look, come conform to what we doing, and we gonna pay y'all basically to be filthy, stinking, wicked bastards. And them niggas took the money. You understand? But Commanding General Yohanan, he did like Mattathias is about to do right here. Salaki. Right. Verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. Though all the kingdoms that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away everyone from his religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments. Verse 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 21. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinance. Mm-hmm. Verse 22. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left.
Hey, Mattathias was in that book of Joshua.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them is lines straight from the book of Joshua. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and Mattathias was not playing. He said,
right.
Oh, y'all gonna offer me this, that, and the third? Okay. And he yelled at them and said, I'm not doing that. I'm not conforming.
Right.
Me, my brethren, and my sons, we gonna serve the Lord. We're not gonna everybody else might be doing that. I'm not doing that.
Damn
We're
right.
not giving in. We're not folding for what? You see what I'm saying? To disgrace our name, to disgrace our house. You know what I'm saying? To disgrace our fathers. Like, what us Israelites don't understand, our forefathers wanted greatness for you. They wanted generational wealth. They saw the opportunity. They seen the glory of the Lord. They made a covenant with the Lord back in the times of Moses for your sake today.
Right.
They were hoping that in this time we will still be ruling in a land that we were promised. Instead of messing up, they saw the opportunity, just like how brothers and sisters now. They see an opportunity to make some little money, put it away for my kids, a little fun, college fund, or a little, you know what I'm saying, to build some wealth down the line. How Edomites establish corporations and pass it on to their sons. They got Levi's that been in the family name for 200-something years. You see what I'm saying? Like, as how they make those decisions, as their grandparents make them decisions, and it benefits their children. Our forefathers did that for us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Our forefathers did that for us in the times of Moses.
Right.
And it's brothers that went disgraced their forefathers, made their forefathers sacrifice and covenant with the Lord, made it in vain, dishonored their heritage. Mattathias said, to the hell with that, man.
Right.
To hell with that. My sons and me and the people that follow me are going to serve the Lord.
Damn right.
We don't care what we got to come up against.
Damn right.
All fathers should read this book of First Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, man.
Damn right, sir.
See how Mattathias was. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right, sir.
Scriptures say, train up a child in the way they may go. Mattathias is raising some. You see, he got 2 books. Maccabees. Right. You know what I'm saying? He did some great things. Right?
Damn right. Come with God, sir. Verse 23. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment.
So now look, he has some. Now you had your sellouts. They see all the king's people. They was trying to show their ass like they was like, hey, we with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he doing this right after Mattathias done said what he said. Right?
Damn right.
And so what Mattathias do?
Count, sir. Verse 24. Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal.
What?
And his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to the judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
Right. Hey, let's get the definition of zeal real quick. Out of the very Webster.
Count, sir.
The definition of zeal, because he was what? Look, let's just get the definition real quick. Salaki.
Zeal, great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or an objective.
Mm-hmm. What's another one?
Salakia. Let me see. Zeal is dedication or enthusiasm for something. If you have zeal, you're willing, energized, and motivated. Zeal is often used in a religious sense, meaning devotion to God or another religious cause, like being a missionary.
Right. So Mattathias is in his city, and Mattathias is running that city, right? And the kings come to Mattathias in that city, and they tell him, look, conform. Basically, we're going to buy you out, Mattathias. That's in a basic sense. That's what they're saying. We can buy you out, Mattathias. Just serve us. You know what I'm saying? Put down your gods, put down your religion, and serve us. Now, look, you got to think. Why in the hell is they trying to stop you so hard? Edomites don't want to ever give no niggas no money.
Right.
Why the hell do they want to stop you so bad from serving your God? Why? Think about that. Answer that question to yourself. And Mattathias said, to hell with that, right? So then as Mattathias is saying that, it's some coon-ass Negro getting up on the altar of the Lord and starting to make a sacrifice unto these heathens right here, unto the other nation. Right. And Mattathias gets inflamed with zeal. He gets filled with the Holy Spirit. Like, I know he's not defiling the altar of the Lord. Just like David was like, I know this damn Hamite is not defying the armies of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Right. The same zeal that they had to serve the Lord and stand and willing to fight and die for the Lord that David has the same zeal Mattathias had.
Count what kind, sir?
And he read it one more time, Baba Kashai.
Count what kind, verse 24. Which thing, when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
Right. Hey, look, he was so angry and so like, this cat is so disrespectful.
Right.
That he didn't even give him a chance. He gave him his judgment right then and there. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't those, I'm not waiting for that. He getting his judgment right now. He killed that cat right there on the altar of the Lord. In front of them heathens that he was supposedly sacrificing to. Right? Keep going.
Okay, sir. Also, the king's commissioner who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down.
Look, he killed the dude that made that Negro want to even sacrifice.
Right.
And then he just took down the whole altar. Like, man, y'all didn't defile this altar as well. Something that we was trying to keep holy, since he said like how he was looking around, everything else was being profaned. He was trying to keep this holy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he gonna come and defile it because they offering little shekels and a little gold. You see what I'm saying? A little power. You see what I'm saying? And I slew him and that man. Hey, step in anytime, Crayon, if you could, Baba Kashai.
You own it, sir. Like whenever I feel the need to, I get in there, sir. But you own it. You own it.
All right, Kyle, let's keep going in.
Khan, verse 26. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did unto Zambri, the son of Salam.
Right. So he dealt zealously. He had great devotion,
Right.
He had great devotion and enthusiasm to keep the law of the Lord. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he was not playing no games. Just like nobody here playing no games. We're not playing with the law of the Lord. I'll be damned if a Christmas tree get erected up in my house. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned if I see my rib or one of my brothers eating some swine's flesh. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell them about that. Hey, put that down. You don't know this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta be that way for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be that way. You conform. Look, you so weak to everything else. You weak. Look, I get it. I was once weak too. Esau and all the rest of the oppressors them beat you down. And your parents were so beat down that they taught you how to survive beat down.
Right.
Mattathias is a brother that said, no, I'm not teaching my sons to be beat down. I'm not teaching my sons to be beat down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to teach them who they are and let them put on some strength and let them have an identity of themselves and not the history that America has diluted and polluted and changed. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to give them the true history. And they're going to have a zeal for the Lord as well. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to have a strength about them. Not getting along because that's what we got to do because America say so. No. You do what you got to do because the Lord says so.
Damn right.
That's your power. That's your power. You don't fear. You don't have fear of this place. Just like Mattathias didn't have fear at that time. He feared the Lord. Ultimately, and he had a zeal to keep the Lord. And he wanted to make sure it was brotherly what Mattathias is doing. He wanted to make sure his brothers and his household was keeping the Lord. You know, Mattathias' Red must have been real humble.
Right.
Dealing with a brother like him. Must have been real humble. A righteous sister.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going, Bubba Kashar.
Come on, sir. Verse 27. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
Mattathias said, hey, he did that. And right after he did that, he said, hey, whoever else is on this type of time, let's go. Come with me now.
Right.
Because obviously he's smart. He knows what's going to come next. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And plus on top of that, he's like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? He might have been planning something, but he's like, now is the time to go. Come up out of her. We gonna follow me. If you got a real zeal to serve the Lord and you want to serve the Lord, come on.
Damn right, sir.
And that same spirit is here in the earth today.
Right.
The UPK. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
we here today. Telling you, if you got a real zeal, you want to truly serve the Lord, come follow us.
Right.
If not, then go ahead. Be you.
Right.
At the end times, we'll see who prevails. You know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing your hand. I'm not going to make you. At the end times, we'll see who prevails.
Damn right.
Let's just wait till the end. You know what I'm saying? And see who overcomes at the end. If that's what you want to wait on, I'm not. I'm gonna get right now.
Damn right.
I'm gonna do the right thing now, and it's gonna benefit me in the long run. It's gonna benefit my sons.
Damn right.
My son's sons, my daughter's daughters. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
I'm gonna make a woman who's gonna learn how to keep her legs closed in this world and marry a brother.
Right.
And do her due diligence and get to know the brother before she opens up her body to him. And same thing with my sons. I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna get you a woman and treat her right and teach her the laws. You know what I'm saying? And show her and lead her in the right manner. And that you're responsible for that woman. You see what I'm saying? Likewise, this is what we gotta start building for as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man.
Damn right, sir. Damn right. Now that's fact, sir. And if I could, Baba Kashar, sir, like what you saying is so heavy, like what we reading is so heavy. Like I'm gonna read verse 27 again. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. Like essentially, spiritually, this is the and physically, this is what Commander General Yana said by him keeping this truth going. You understand? By him sacrificing what he had to sacrifice to keep the UPK afloat. Commander General Yana, like, bruh, if you got zeal to serve the Lord and you ain't no sucker, bruh, you understand? And you really want to come back and serve your God and fight for your nation, man, come into the ISUPK and we gonna teach you how to be a real warrior in here. You understand? Right. But Salaki, that's all I want to say on that one, sir.
No, that's excellent. Because that is what it is. Like, look, you got, like, and I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. You got brothers that come from, and look, not everybody comes from a hood background. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody comes from the ISUPK. Them brought brothers from many different backgrounds. Like it says, scripture, I'm paraphrase, the lion shall dwell with the sheep with the wolf, and you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't, like the Lord, Christ said, I'm gonna gather brothers from all different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring them together, and they're gonna show forth my glory. Like, but you also got brothers that come from a ghetto, hood, dirty, grimy background, right?
Right.
And now you got them in the class speaking about Maccabees and the laws of the Lord. It shows the glory of the Lord. That's a miracle. You know what I'm saying? That's a miracle. That brother changed his life. People might see me and be like, that nigga changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I never thought he would. He got kids now. He's got a wife. He's nigga talking about the God. Like, it's different. It's a miracle. And don't take that for granted, man. When the Lord put that on, that spirit on you, don't take it for granted. Because it might not get a second chance. Scripture also say don't frustrate the grace of the Lord. Mattathias is going to call the brothers that and say, look, we're not going to frustrate the grace of the Lord no more.
Damn right, sir.
No more. Slocky, I'm going to keep going. I know you're trying to wrap it up.
What kind, sir? Salakia.
You can drop down to right. He said, where was you at?
I was at 28, sir.
Or you drop down to, let's just go to 31.
31 kind.
No, they pursued a great number. Salakia. Okay, go to 32. Yeah, 32.
Kind, sir. They pursued after the great, Salakia, after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day.
Right. So look, now it's people that left with Mattathias. Right. It's a lot of people that left with Mattathias. Mattathias went to his own. They some people also went to the wilderness themselves and got up out of the city. Right. So now the Greeks, you got to remember, these Greeks is crafty in battle. They knew, okay, these Israelites is not going to fight on the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? So they came up against them on the Sabbath. See what I'm saying? And they came up against them on the Sabbath and did what? Keep going.
Okay, sir. Verse 33. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. Verse 34. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day.
Right,
verse 35. So then they gave them the battle with all speed.
So look, so these Greeks come up to the Israelites that's in the wilderness and said, come with us and we're gonna let you live. They said, we're not going to do that. Neither are we going to defile the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? They thought what they were standing on was solid, concrete. And they slew them. The Greeks slew them on the Sabbath day because they chose not to fight on the Sabbath. Right? Because they thought that they were keeping it holy. Now, this is a different background, what you can and can't do on the Sabbath. I'm not going to get too much into that, but let's keep going, right?
Come on, kind, sir. Verse 36. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they hid. Verse 37.
They just gave up. That is not One West. That is not the spirit of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? You don't give up. You don't just let somebody beat you. You see what I'm saying? That's not the spirit of the Lord. Now drop down to verse 39.
Come on, sir. Verse 39. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood thereof, they mourned for them right sore.
Right. So they were sad, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? They killed them brothers, them children. Right? Keep going.
Come on. Verse 40. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 41. Verse 41. At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath, we will fight against them. Neither will we die all as our brethren that were murdered in the secret part, so like in secret places.
Right. So he's saying that, look, we not going to do what our brothers did. We're not going to make the same mistake. We're going to fight on the Sabbath. We're going to fight any day we got to, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? We're going to fight any day we got to, and we're going to make this happen. Right?
Yeah, I'm right.
And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I'm going to fast forward. Can I get to 45?
Come on, sir.
So Mattathias, if I could just give you a background, Mattathias found some other brothers. Mattathias found some other brothers that was on the same type of time as him. They joined forces. They came together, correcting the people, battling heathens, correcting the people, battling heathens. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Throughout this time period, throughout Mattathias' life, right? Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 45. Then Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars. Verse 46. And what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly.
Right. So it was what, like I said, they was running around correcting people. Well, he's not circumcised. Come on, you finna get circumcised. Or you not keeping the law? Come on, we finna keep the law. You know what I'm saying? It was okay. Y'all defiled this altar, tear it down, build it up again. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what they was doing, coming around the city. He was kind of like Nehemiah. The prophet Nehemiah, making brothers come and serve the Lord, correcting them with force. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And destroying the heathens at the same time. Right? Keep going.
Right. Damn right. Come on, sir. Verse 47. They pursued also after the proud man, and the work prospered in their hand. Verse 48. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph.
Right. So look, they was like, man, look, we not gonna. What Mattathias did was for the people. He wanted the people to achieve greatness, and he did that. You know what I'm saying? He got the people to get back to serving the law, so to speak. He got the people to get back to serving the law, right?
Right.
He got the people to see that there is a power, there's a God in Israel. We need to serve that. And now Mattathias is on his deathbed.
Right.
And he tells his sons,
you want me to drop to 50, sir?
Yeah, drop to 50, yeah.
Come on.
Now this one Mattathias look. And this goes into what you brought up, Crayon. I don't mean to be too long-winded, but how he chose to live and die serving the Lord. Mattathias chose to live his life serving the Lord, and he died in glory serving the Lord. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He's on his deathbed. He didn't die because he didn't slit his throat. He died of old age. You see what I'm saying? And his sons came up after him to keep this going on. And one of his sons that rose to prominence was Maccabees, right? Keep going though.
Come on, verse 50. Now, therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 51. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name.
Look, that's something that me and Karina are fighting for right now.
Damn right, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We call it to remembrance. This is what we bringing up right now. We call it to remembrance some things of the old. So
Right.
we can have glory. You see what I'm saying? And an everlasting name like our forefathers do.
Damn right, sir.
Just like Joseph. Like it goes, if you read down, it says, just like Abraham, who was found faithful in the temptation, just like Joseph in his times of distress, he was made Lord over Egypt. Just as Phoenix, the father, and being zealous and fervent, obtained the great covenant of the everlasting priesthood. Just like how you're going to bring out, you said we're going to do a part 3 of Christ.
Right.
The word was made a judge in Israel. Just how David, I'm going to drop down to 57, for being merciful, possessed the throne of the everlasting kingdom. Like,
sir.
Like, these is brothers, keep going down. There's more brothers that he's reminding his sons to be like, man. And we trying to remind y'all of them so y'all can remind y'all sons of them. Like, these brothers should not be forgotten in history. They should not be whitewashed. These brothers stood firm for something. And they love the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they were willing to die for the Lord. And with that, I'm done. That's all I have to say.
Man, hey, excellent, sir. Excellent. I want to say the water to you for rocking with me. You understand? Quick sidebar. We the ISUBK, the Commanding General Johanna started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We ain't affiliated with none of these fake Israelite groups. You understand? We ain't starving our kids on no Sabbath, and we gonna fight on the Sabbath. You understand? And we willing to fight and die for the Lord. You understand? This been another episode. Man, Most High Christ, sir. This been another episode of Nothing New Under the Sun. We're going to do a part 3 next week, Lord willing. Again, the water to you, sir, for rocking with me. You understand?
I wish I could do this every week. This is where it's at, Kareem.
Kawakai, sir. Kawakai, you understand? Pay your tithes, like, share, subscribe, you understand? Hit that bell. Support this truth, man. And like Mattathiah said, look, if you zealous for this law and you want to come serve the Lord in the ISUBK up under Commander General Yana, man, lace your boots up, man. With that being said, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barak a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Allah Thun by Hashem Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.